Hi, Barbara. I'm gonna need to borrow you for a little bit. Come with me.
Go, Barbara, go!
There. Thumbnail. Sick and tired of you, YouTube, saying my thumbnails are trash and need to be better at them. Alright, here's a clickbait thumbnail for YouTube. Shut up and get over it. Alrighty, and today on episode 8, on Genshin Impact's cookbook, or aka the world's rapidly shrinking fanbase video game, that also just happen to have a cookbook. We're doing Barbara's Spicy Stew. That's literally just the title of the dish. It's called Spicy Stew. Not what I expect out of Barbara, considering that she is, well, European. And basically, if you were to show me a definition of a white girl character, this is what you probably get. But no, I actually kind of like Barbara a little bit. I actually got used some ephemera this time, actually. All the other characters don't really have ephemera of at the moment. Got this at YumaCon last year. Shout out to YumaCon. Looking forward to go back this year. Spicy stew. For sure it's not going to look like that, because first and foremost, I don't have the skills or the cookie cutter to make it into stars. But we can try and make some other shapes. There it is, Mondstadt specialty, a Barbara specialty. I don't know what this dish originally was, but it's something. Can't be any worse than what Arutaki Ito made on the previous episode. That's for sure. Meat, cream, and flowers? Flowers? Yeah, I guess. Barbara's specialty. Carrots cut into cute little stars makes the dish. Wait, where'd the spiciness come from? Yeah, you don't expect it from a white girl like Barbara to have some spiciness, but oh yeah, we do, and we're gonna test out the full bit of it. Get your pen and papers out, because we got a long list today of ingredients. Onions. 2 onions to be perfect. It says 1 stalk of carrots, but I got these on clearance for like 99 cents. So, might as well use them up before it is. Plus, we got to compensate something that we're not going to be having a little bit. Carrots, that we're going to peel and wash. Great. Veal, which, believe it or not, by golly, I've never heard of veal before in my life. And by golly, out of all places, Meyer had them. Thumbs up to Meyer. Guess one thing Michigan has over everyone else. You gave us a gift of Meyer, and he gave us some veal. Yeah, actual veal. I had to look up what veal was to make sure what it was, and I regret looking it up, because now I got some remorse of what I'm eating now. Oh well. Hey, at least it's 20% off. Price is right for it. $10 though for a pound of veal. Yeah. I mean, it's very rare to even get in the first place. You have to be perfectly right. But man, got that. Heavy cream. Hopefully whipping cream will do. I couldn't find just plain old heavy cream as it says in here. Everything just had the word whipping cream. Like I'm a whipping boy over here. Ooh. Got that. Flour. Got some of that. Parsley. Ground thyme. This is a placeholder for water. We need like a crap ton of water, like 8 cups of it. Showed the thyme already. Paprika. Bay leaves. We got some chili paste. Sea salt. Oh boy, the almighty. I'm preparing myself for this one. Peppercorns. Uh-oh. Well, it's going to be nice and spicy indeed. I only got myself to blame for it because I'm doing this to myself. Cloves. White cooking wine. Just a wee bit of butter. And last but certainly not least, tomato puree. And unfortunately, it says for organic tomato puree, but I couldn't find a organic tomato puree in the stores anywhere, so that's what I'm going to have to do. Alrighty, Barbara, I'm going to put you back where you came from, and let's get to cooking. Alrighty, first thing you want to do is you want to fill up a saucepan with cold water, make sure it's not warm water, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take your veal. Now, the recipe does call for 26 ounces, or about just a little under 2 pounds of veal. We only got 1 pound of it, so we're a little short, so I'm going to add some more veggies into it. Or you can use, like, pork, beef, anything else. But what we're going to do with this, we're going to chop this up into cubes. Little cubes. Once it goes chopped into little cubes, we'll put it in here. Kind of like so. Oh, it's so nice and easy. It's like soft like butter. Cut into cubes, kind of like that. This dang cutting board won't stop sliding around. Kind of like, I'd say right there, it's about suffice. That cube will suffice right there. Oh, they may not look like may look like more like meatballs than cubes by the more done, but c'est la vie. They didn't turn out that great, but hey, at least they got some sort of shape in it. Now you got your veal diced up. Just slide it into the water and splash all over the place. That's cool. Put that to the side, and then we'll turn on. Wait for the water to turn on to a boil. Now it does say to poach the veal, which poaching means you're basically on the bare minimum heat for it to boiling. The bare minimum to require boiling water. And also, you want to scrape off any impurities that come off of it. I bet when this thing starts getting water, starts boiling and stuff, that you'll start seeing impurities float to the top. How to scrape that off? Might as well get the trash can and throw it away. Might be a tough process going on here. Is this a level 1 dish? Let me double check and see. Yeah, it is level 1 dish. Preparation 15 minutes. Cook time 1 hour in a pressure cooker. So yeah, we have not ventured outside, well, except for Pizza Gene. We've not ventured out of level 1 dishes. Oh well, let's put that away. Put this cutting board away. And let's wait for water to boil now. While we're waiting for the veal to boil, let's get our obligatory Big Sister Pizza Gene. I'm sorry, Master Pizza Gene. Obligatory showing. Nice. We're getting there. We're not quite at poaching statuses yet. But I do see impurities. Little spivels rising to the top. God bless America. How are we supposed to scrape all that crap off? Ooh, we bubbling. Okay, that's about as cool as you're gonna get without boiling too much. So we're officially poaching. So, timer. 2 minutes. Go. Also, I figured out how to get impurities off. We'll probably just remove the chunks via spatula into a bowl over there and do it that way, because we gotta separate this and then season with salt overwards. Not too bad. Alrighty. Poaching done. I hope, at least. Alright, let's take this out. Move it to our pan. Okay, it's gonna move out pretty easy. Let it out to the side. Just one way to get your impurities off. And rinse and repeat. Let's take a cut so we can do this after it's all done. There we go. All drained and scraped out, so to say. Now, season it with a little bit of salt. Just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Kind of like that. And why not? Since it allows it, let's add just a wee bit of black pepper to it. Hopefully it won't screw it up too much. But it can't hurt, certainly. Looks like some Thanksgiving turkey stuffing stuff right now. Interesting. Alright, next up on the board after you got your veal done is to wash, rinse, and cut your celery and carrots and peel off your onions. Oh dear goodness, that might take a while. If any of you people are still here from the Genshin Impact videos, and you like it, let me know. Let me know if you're here for the Genshin Impact stuff. I really like to keep doing this stuff. I mean, this is the only thing now I'm gonna be doing for a while with the comments cease and desisting me, so that sucks. But hey, hopefully someone out there enjoys this stuff. Certainly one person out there's gotta like it. There's a shape for you. There's a square. A shape. Triangle. There we go. We're getting better at this. There. That's about as close as I'm going to get to cutting a star as you can get. Okay, give me a break. I couldn't find any star cookie shape cutters anywhere. So that's going to have to do. Also, I did cut up the rest of that stalk of celery and all 4 carrots. Just put it in a separate bowl. Okay, that's our veggies all cut up. So, what the heck do we do now? Well, that's a great question. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to add some stuff to the pressure cooker. So, you're going to add the following things to the pressure cooker. Alrighty, first off, you want to add your veggies to the pressure cooker. Probably going to mix it up a little bit to make it a little bit better in terms of consistency. Once you add your veggies, add your veal to the pile. Add that in, like that. Now you'll add 1 teaspoon of the following. 1 teaspoon of some ground thyme. Actually, probably not 1 teaspoon. Probably just a little bit under. Add it to that. 1 teaspoon, roughly, of parsley. As it falls upside down, that's great. Like that. Add a couple of bay leaves. Not as much as we did for the last one. Just a couple will do. 1. And 2. Add a little bit of peppercorns. It says 4 peppercorns, so hopefully this all comes out to 4. Alright, that's enough. That's more than enough. 1 teaspoon of ground cloves. Add that in there. Like that. Penultimately, you want to add 1 cup of cooking white wine to it. Crap, I'm going to need a little bit more. There we go, we brought out the big bottle. Right about there, that's about 1 cup right there. Add that to the pile. Ooh, smells like alcohol. Yeesh. Alrighty. Then penultimately, what you want to do is that you fill up the rest of it with water until you hit the fill line, which is approximately, well, roughly about 8 cups in this thing. And just continue until you get about 8 cups worth of it. So there's roughly 2, so 4 more of those. Alrighty. About as full as water I want to go. So, just a little bit of salt, sea salt on top. Just a little sprinkle of it. And now, you're ready to lock and load. Alrighty, pressure cooker locked and loaded. And now, the waiting game for this thing. There's a thumb of the lens, great. And now, to wait and listen for this thing to start to hiss. Well, we got roughly about X amount of time until this thing starts to hissing at me and start the timer. So, we got more stuff to do, so let's multitask. Let me get my act together. Let's get this mess. This is no bueno right here. What a mess. About as messy as Genshin Impact and social media right now. Boy, what a disaster class right now. Alrighty, multitasking time. So now, you'll add some salt, paprika, and some heavy cream. We're going to find out if this is going to work or not. If it doesn't work, then I'm going to be majorly disappointed. We're going to add just about a cup of heavy cream into, or we're going to whisk it in with some paprika and some salt in it. Hopefully it'll turn out alright. About maybe like this, don't mind the background noise. My wash machine's going in the background. About 1 cup of that. That's going to be a lot. Ugh. Hopefully said Pyrex bowl is going to Why is it not coming? Oh, gosh. That's not good. Oh, it's way too much. Way too much. Like that. Throw that away because I'm probably never going to use that again. Just being honest. Add a little bit of paprika. Oh, it's not even opened yet. Add a little bit of paprika. I like that. That'll do. And a little bit of sprinkle of salt. Kind of like that. And we can whisker in. If it is indeed a sweet stuff, this is indeed what it says it is, and it is a sweet sauce. Maybe it'll counteract the spiciness. Who knows? I like to be wrong on that. You like to be right. Maybe a little bit of paprika. Just as paprika to taste. I don't know. Maybe it says in the instructions how much paprika it says, but I don't think the instructions specified how much paprika. Maybe 1 teaspoon will do for you. Alright, that should do. That's prepped up and ready to go. Next, we'll put a lid on it and put it in the fridge. Ooh. We're trying to pop up and start hissing. Give it a few more minutes, it'll be ready. Come on, I see you, little buddy. Jump up there for me. Wow. It's like watching water boil. Nice. Bull crap, cook time 1 hour and 15 minutes. Bruh, you kidding me? Half the stuff you have to wait for this thing to do its thing. And then, when it's done cooking, you gotta take the broth out of it and make this your final step of it. What the heck? That's gonna take 1 hour and then maybe another hour plus for that thing to cool down and get everything ready. Because then you gotta use your flour and the rest of your stuff and make a little bit of a whatever you need for it. Whatever they call it. Roe, that's what they call it. You gotta use your butter and stuff. So yeah. When I said in episode number 1 that you probably want to double the time you need to do all this, yeah, I would say do that, because it's definitely not going to take 1 hour and 15 minutes to get all this done. Maybe 2 hours 30 if you're lucky. And if you're lucky. I know experts. It's subtle, but that's good enough of a hiss for me. So now, we will turn our heat down to medium. Hopefully that's not like melting my knob off of the thing. And set the timer for 1 hour. And start. Alrighty. See you in an hour. Alright, the hour came and went. Let's turn that off, because nothing has really gone right. Oh, I gotta love corruption issues. Alright, next on to the final step. Hopefully that thing will simmer down a little bit. Alright, now with that ready to roll, what we'll do now is that we're gonna turn this on, melt some butter, then you'll add about your 1/4 cup of flour to the mix in a pan, and you'll want to mix that around a little bit. Oh yeah, and a pinch of salt, because I guess it says so. There we go. That's a pinch enough. Okay, I'm guessing it's supposed to look like that. I guess technically I'm supposed to add a couple ladles of soup, but this thing will still not budge off me. That's not good. Get really sick and tired of this. I'm losing my patience with this thing. Okay, after some research, apparently this thing is locked and will be locked until it cools down enough, which is kind of against the point because you need the broth to use the broth for this stuff over here, which is really, really annoying. I'm really, really upset about that. I'm going on 3 hours of this stuff. And nothing's working right now. I just realized my microphone's busted on me. That's great. Fan-frickin-tastic. This is going to be a late night. It's hot, sweaty, and it's just nasty. Finally got that sucker off. Now, I can add some of this to this stuff. Oh my gosh. Alright, speedrun this, because my patience is wearing thin at this point. Broth and solids are separated. That's done. Keep your broth on low heat. And then we'll have to tackle on whatever the heck abomination I screw up on this part. What to do now? Add a 2/3 cup. Oh, it's splashing all over the place. That's nice. About 2/3 cup of your tomato puree in that, and add your 1 tablespoon of, or 1 teaspoon of your chili paste in it, and that'll go there, and that'll put on low, and that'll go for a little bit longer, and you'll slowly start ladling in that into your mixture, I guess. There, that looks a little bit more like tomato sauce. Oh my goodness, what a mess. Alright, now we can slowly add our broth to this mixture, slowly but surely. And I don't have a whatchamacallit. Oh, what's it called? A scooper, a ladle. So I'm just gonna have to improvise. Great. Alrighty, add as much sauce as you need until you get your desired consistency, essentially. Which may be a little, maybe a lot, it may just be the whole dang pan. At this point, I couldn't really give a darn at this point how much it adds up. But hey, at least it's looking like the right color, just about. Ugh. You know what? That's a good enough consistency right there. I'm getting hungry. Getting ready to throw in the towel a bit. That should be good enough. Burners off. Let's get this thing combined. Oh, this can't possibly taste good. Will it? Please will that time of frustration be worth it? I need something a little bit more stronger than usual. Get past what I made to do this. Alright. Let's see how good this thing is. I mean, it looks not too shabby. Let's hopefully it remotely tastes as good as it looks. Come on. Let me add a little bit more sauce to it. Maybe it needs more sauce. Well, I'll say one thing. My disappointment is immense, and my day is ruined. That wasn't worth the 2.5 hours of sitting around and waiting. $60, $70 spent on food and stuff for 4 servings of this. And I feel even more remorse considering I bought veal for this. Is it better than whatever heck Sucrose made? Just a little bit. Barbara, also a serious question, Barbara. How did you get outdone by Ito in the food department? Because this is definitely going to be below that in the department.
Oh dear.
But yeah, what a frustrating experience. This thing does not taste like anything. If it does, it's very subtle at parts. But it's not worth the pain and frustration of having to go through all that. If I'm gonna make a dish, I'm gonna make braised meat again. Plain, simple, and blunt to the point. Yeah, this stuff, it's garbage. Do not recommend. Unless you like more bland foods. Because there's no spice in it whatsoever. Absolutely none whatsoever. But yeah, not great. Not good. Frustrated human being right about now. Well, let's hope the next dish goes any better than this one. That's it. I'll see you whenever I see you next. I'm giving this dish way too many chances. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Let's see how good it is using the good old reheat microwave test. Okay, spicy stew, last chance, last dance. If you don't taste good now, then you're not going to taste good ever. Let's take a bite of it. Okay. It's a little bit better reheated. Better I remember it being. Still not spicy stew. But then again, Barbara's version of spicy. May not be spicy for a lot of people. I think my spice tolerance is pretty high. Well, for a white guy, it's pretty high. But it's not as bad as I remember being the day before, the day I made it. Maybe a little less tilted. I can get a more fair view. But man, yeah. Still, maybe, yeah, I can't justify spending for putting veal in it. Maybe put some ground chuck or some other beef instead of it. But yeah, it's alright. It's not going to be a winner. But it's not going to be a loser, that's for sure. Alrighty, that'll do for this Genshin Impact cooking video. I'll see you in the next one.